The Nittany Lions and the Buckeyes, a rivalry born of one side setting the standard and the other trying to climb the mountain. And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Penn State's offense will have the ball first. Last time these two got together, it was Penn State showing we are capable of winning a close game.
It was so big for the Nittany Lions to make the play when they needed it, to beat their rival, who everybody, they always talk about, we can't beat him, we can't get it done. They got it done a year ago in a big moment.
And they shot up the recruiting boards after getting that close win against Ohio State, too. Penn State's roster is better today because of that win.
Will throw right down the middle. Got him downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Working that left side. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
Harris back to pass. Fires to the wideout. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and they'll have to convert third and long to keep it going. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Number 87.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Ohio State's offense will go to work for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the back. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Quick completion to the right. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Try to pick it up on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Army is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up off the canvas before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UMass. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. The Buckeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Quarterback on the keeper. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Handoff to the lone back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab down the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Rides the back on the option. The give. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it. And they did just that.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. He splits the uprights. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Here's the handoff. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Harris will throw. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up 1 quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. We've played 1. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Looking to throw again. He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch at the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. With the run on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a drive there of 82 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quick strike complete. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff from the gun. Quick step and go. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Penn State! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Finds the big tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Snagged out of the air.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 3rd. A strike downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw it again. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Leaves it with the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Harris back to pass. It's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Spins away from the defender. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. But really since then, Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games and how do they play against Ohio State, a big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. And you think back to Woody Hayes and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
They'll immediately call timeout. And the Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield very late in the half. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man on the right. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, all week, the Buckeyes and Nittany Lions tried to bottle up their emotions, but things just boiled over in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. Still 2 quarters to go in this incredible regional showdown between 2 of the winningest programs in football.
The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Makes the grab. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got his man across the middle. Turning it on. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Vaughn. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Buckeyes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. He's got it again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Caught near the sticks. It's Vaughn. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Vaughn. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Vaughn. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
Pass interference, defense.
That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Operating in the red zone here on second down. It's complete to the left. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Vaughn. Touchdown, Ohio State. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point was good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Syracuse. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Harris will throw. Got a man, it's Cole. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The touchdown drive cut the deficit last time they had it. Forced the punt. Now a chance to really make this a football game.
And I think if you're the offensive coordinator here, you're revisiting that last drive and asking yourself, okay, what did I call? What worked? What can I keep dialing up so we can keep scoring?
Dang right, because you got the momentum. You're back in this football game. Everything is going.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. Gets open down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Motion from the wide receiver. Snap from the gun on third down. Makes the grab on the left. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go right back to him. They make the tackle after he gets two down to the 25. The Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
Off the RPO, complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Grabbed in the middle, it's Vaughn. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now it's second and goal. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll run play action. Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try.
Penn State 34, Ohio State 16.
They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one. A third down try for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Harris back to pass. Right on the money. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. The give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might as well stick with him. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Looking downfield on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Finds the tight end.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running.
He lofts one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Barry. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about. A game happening inside CUSA today. Arkansas State looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Red Wolves. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Impressive, to say the least. One game, I know, fellas, but it could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in CUSA.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Gets the first himself. There he goes. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Found the spot in the defense. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Vaughn. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. On the run, it's Cherry. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Buckeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Brings up second down.
Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. So Penn State takes down Ohio State, a couple of blue bloods, cornerstone programs in college football, and you know both sides can't wait until they meet again. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.